Jill and I have not gone through
Nice masks.
what you have gone through, but we have had lightning strike our home and almost lose our home. And we only lost about 25% of it. We were able to rebuild.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know anything like that, but lightning struck my house. We had to be out of that house for about 7 months. It was repaired because so much damage was done to the house.
Sure.
Half the house almost collapsed.
Oh, it was half now.
I was
I thought it was 25%.
I was doing Meet the Press, and
World's most
lightning
famous guy.
struck a little pond behind my house, came up through the ground.
The wire.
into
Yeah,
the wire. Where's
air
the wire?
conditioning system.
Don't leave the wire
Ended
out.
up generating thick black smoke, literally.
Literally.
That of those
How does he
proportions.
know how
From the
thick
basement
I
to
know.
the third floor,
I've never heard that
the
before.
attic, everything was ruined.
Everything
and
was ruined.
kitchen
Everything.
floor, we almost
Kitchen
lost a couple
floor.
firefighters, they tell me.
Almost
My fire
lost a couple
department
firefighters.
Saved my life, literally, not figuratively. My house got struck by lightning.
Was there wire in a pond?
mostly
He wasn't
burned
there.
down.
How did it save his
Had to
life?
Rebuilt. Saved.
He wasn't
the smoke
freaking
was
there.
so thick, Gov. It was literally that.
Oh,
thick.
it's getting thicker.
And you couldn't see through the windows or out the windows.
Right.
And the floors were collapsing. These guys went in and did two things.
Wow.
Mostly importantly, got
amazing.
my wife out. I was in Washington when it happened.
I thought you nearly
and
died.
saved
Yeah.
our cat. But equally
Wait.
important, almost not equally, but important. Like a '67 Corvette they got out. Lightning struck in a pond behind my house, went up underneath conduit,
There's a wire.
caught
The wire.
caught fire underneath
wire.
the floorboards of my house.
He's forgetting
And
about the
there was
wire.
during the summer, air conditioning was on, smoke that thick, all three stories. The reason I can show you that is because every piece of furniture had to be replaced because of the smoke. But guess
Every
what?
piece of furniture.
My fire company was
Guess
there
what?
to go in
Guess
and
what?
save my wife, get her out,
Get her
the
out.
cat,
Oh.
and my '67 Corvette. We didn't
You
lose
got
our
the
whole
Corvette
home.
out?
Lightning struck, and we lost
Okay.
an awful lot of it. About
lot of
15 years ago.
Was it
I
25%,
don't want
50,
to
or an awful lot? Which is it?
Pair of difficulties, but we
Oh,
have
gosh,
a little
in
sense,
Maui.
Jill and I.
Oh, this ass.
Yo,
what it's like
my
to lose
gosh.
a home.
That's unreal.
Sorry, Nana.
Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press.
And there was a cat.
Right,
It
right.
was a sunny Sunday.
Sunny Sunday.
Lightning struck
And a
at
wire.
home.
Lightning struck in a
little
clear
lake
blue
that's
sky.
outside
That's
of our
weird.
home.
Oh, it's a lake
big
now.
Pond.
Oh, that's a big
Pond.
pond. Okay.
Lake, lake
the
pond,
wire.
the pond
It
lake.
came up
Story
underneath
straight,
our
Jack.
home.
Hit a wire
Into the heating
into
duct,
the heating
the air conditioning duct.
air conditioning.
that's so
heating,
Make a
important,
long
whatever.
story short,
Too late.
almost lost
Too late.
my
Yeah.
wife,
Sorry.
my '67
wife,
Corvette,
My cat. My
cat.
Corvette.
And I haven't had a house burned down with my
Jeez.
wife in it. She got out safely, God willing. But
God
having
willing?
a
Oh, it's already
significant
happened,
portion
so-
of burn, I can tell 10 minutes makes a hell of a difference. I got a phone call one day, Gov.
Pause it.
I was
Let's take
down.
the
There's a concept. 10 minutes makes a difference with a fire? What do you mean? You don't just sit around? I'll call eventually. About 10 minutes from
10
now,
minutes from now?
I'll
Yeah.
give the fire station a call, see if they can come over and help out with it.
I thought you boys wanted a challenge, so I let it burn for about 10 extra minutes.
Yeah, because I didn't think that would make a difference. I guess it does in retrospect. All right, let's-
We're watching this and we're yucking it up, and I had forgotten that he said that story in Maui.
yeah. Yeah,
This guy-
that's bad. Really bad.
All right.
More.
I was down doing Meet the Press on a Sunday. I commute every day when I was a senator from
we know.
Delaware.
We got it.
to
Train
Washington
and
back,
Ange and all that
60 miles a
crap.
day. And I was rarely down there on a Sunday, but I was doing Meet the Press. I got a phone call.
Take your mask off.
Lightning strike hit. I live on a little pond, a 10-acre pond.
Little pond, a 10-acre
Towards my
pond.
Is it a
property.
big pond or a little
Hit a
lake?
conduit in the side of the
There's
hill.
the wire.
Went up
No,
underneath and
Kitchen,
set
floor.
and fire the internal part of my house.
Was the
So
air
the air
on?
conditioning just was billowing out smoke.
Oh,
My
wow.
fire company came, the smoke was so thick, not a joke.
Not a
No,
joke.
it's not a joke.
Firefighters, you
Yeah.
could not see
A lot of
into the
people
house
joke about
from
fires.
the basement floor
but
all the way
I'm
to
not
the third
joking.
floor. Not a single thing. And my fire service
Bizarre.
went and they saved my
How
wife.
long
They
is
saved my
They
life
saved
even
the
though I
cat,
wasn't there.
And my '67 Corvette didn't burn.
Okay.
It also saved my home and my wife's life. When I was away, it
Unreal.
was the last day the most famous guy doing Meet the Press.
What is that most famous guy?
What are you talking about?
Okay, so that's
And
The most famous guy
what
doing
happened
Meet
was,
the
there
Press.
was a lightning struck a little pond behind my house.
we know.
Hit a wire, came up through the basement of my
Was it
home.
above ground, though, or
in
underground?
3 stories, and the smoke
I don't
literally
understand.
ended up being
Was,
that thick.
how thick was it?
Literally
okay,
that
so
thick.
we're
You've seen
talking
it.
foot and a
You've
half,
seen it.
2 feet thick.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Smoke.
He wasn't.
He wasn't
And
there.
my wife was there.
How did they
My-
save your life then?
My dog and my cat.
Did they?
My 67 Corvette.
Oh, look, the
And a 67.
but
the dog
Okay.
doesn't always get mentioned. I
He
don't think
saved
he
my
likes
wife.
the dog.
Got her out.
We know the
Saved
dog
my
doesn't
home.
like him.
Got it out. Got my home out of my home in the burning fire, in the fire that burned. That day that my house and my wife and my cat and my car almost died.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Almost all of them died.
So
That's incredible.
Right,
First
right.
of all, he keeps saying, or doesn't say, it's they saved him. The thickness varies of the smoke. It was lightning on a clear, sunny day. What?
does he just forget Tim Russert's name? By the way,
Yes.
the most
Yes.
famous guy.
Yes.
Doing Meet the Press.
Right, exactly.
Remember him?
That's why he's the most famous guy for Meet the Press, because he couldn't possibly come up with the name Tim Russert. Too difficult. Too tough. I mean, that is unreal. Do we have any idea? Chris did a little research to try to find.
Yeah. So let's play one
The
of those
real deal.
One of those clips in there that we hadn't heard before. Clip 25, Joe, if you would please.
Everything was ruined. And the kitchen floor, we almost lost a couple firefighters, they tell me.
Almost lost a couple firefighters, they tell me.
Wow. Now, God bless our firefighters.
Wow.
But you don't need to be exaggerating stuff there, Joe.
Yeah. Especially not life and death
Yeah,
things.
exactly. And so, as you alluded to, Chris Cruz did a little digging in the old newspaper archives. Delaware News Journal, August 2nd, 2004. Little excerpt from that story. What do you see in there?
Let's see. There were no injuries, and firefighters kept the fire contained to one room.
I thought it was half. It nearly crumbled down around them.
Well, it was 25% to start with. Then it was half. Then it ruined everything in the house.
And I think one of these clips on that montage,
Jeez.
back when he was in New Mexico, play that clip, if you would, Joe. What did he say? He almost died? Did we hear that right? I don't know.
My fire department saved my life.
Saved his life.
Not
Literally,
figuratively.
not figuratively.
My house got
Okay,
struck by
that's it.
lightning.
All right, literally.
Literally saved his life.
But you were
Because-
with the most famous guy down in Washington.
Yeah, but they got me out of the interview because he was asking hard questions.